This video is sponsored by PoketownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, and they will have Brilliant Stars up on stock very shortly, so keep refreshing the website. You can use the coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% on everything on the website, so definitely do so to support the channel. Also, this video is sponsored by cardsmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day to sell cards that I don't need to buy newer ones. So definitely check out the website Card Market and use the referral name ZapDoesTCG. Last but not least is yourplaymat.com, the website to create your own unique custom playmat. You can create a playmat from scratch today. Get 10% off your order by clicking the link down below, and they ship worldwide, so start creating that playmat. Anyhow, thanks again for sticking around with the commercials. Let's just get this video started already. Peace! What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get the latest Pokemon TCG information in town, so be sure you are subscribed so you don't ever miss a single upload. Today we're going to be taking a look at some more Brilliant Stars decklists coming straight from Japan because they are playing the same format and they're already having a couple of bigger tournaments out there. Very similar to League Cups with like 30 players, 50 players, etc. So we're going to be taking a look at decklists that actually won a couple of those tournaments. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these to just cover, and there's going to be a lot of deck profiles coming up on screen. So if you have any suggestions to improve these deck lists or stuff, you can put it in the comments, or if you want to be making them yourself, you can just print screen them, and let's just get this adventure started. So we do see here that there was a Kyoto store tournament with 30 participants. This website is OHKO News, by the way. It's a Japanese website. Very, very cool to check out Japanese decklist. And the thing I did is actually we translated it thanks to Google Translate, and we've put it in English. The English will not always be perfect because going from Japanese to English, not even Google Translate can do that perfectly. So the first decklist is Mew VMAX, of course. We've already known that Mew VMAX is a very strong archetype in the format with Fusion Strike, but with Brilliant Stars it gets even better. We've seen a lot of Mew VMAX lists, and something that caught my eye immediately was this one of Leon. Leon in combination with Choice Belts, in combination with, of course, the Power Tablets, allow you to one-hit KO VMAXs very, very significantly. So the cool thing is that you also have Crymatic to search out that Leon, and you don't always need Bulbasaur's or Alassa Sparkle. In the early phase you can use Alassa Sparkle, and then on top of that you can go for Bulbasaur's or Leon. So I do love the Leon in here to just get those numbers like instantly with the Techno Blast. You slap 210, of course you copy that with Cross Fusion Strike, so that's going to be able to slap 240. With the Choice Belt you're going to be able to have 270, and then 2 Tribalets enough to knock out VMAXs. So understand this list, only 2 stadium cards. That seems a little bit greedy because this is very weak to Path to the Peak, although you do have access to 2 Fog Crystals and the Quick Balls and the Ultra Balls to fetch yourself the necessary Pumpkaboo. But I don't like Pumpkaboo and Mew just because it takes up space on your bench, which allow you to draw a little bit less. I'm a bigger fan of playing 4 of the stadium cards, but this is the list. We of course see that Ultra Ball is going to be in every Mew VMAX list. What else did, of course, do well at the tournament? The runner-up was Galarian Weezing. Okay, it's the one prize archetype. We've already got to take a look at that. We're here on Twitter, so let's see here. This list is something I really want to be seeing. So we have the interesting Genesect. This is a very strange Genesect list as well, so with some more stuff going around. Ooh, these are more lists. I'm actually taking a look at like second place Galarian Weezing. Do we have a list for that? No, they did not post a list, but these are the cards that are actually in that specific list. It was Galarian Weezing with Galarian Moltres, so it's the one prize Inteleon deck with some tech cards in there, and that's going to be the Zapdos, which is very, very going to be good against Arceus deck, so that does make sense. So that was the runner-up. Then, top 4 was Speed Genesect Meloetta, which was the deck we actually taking a look at it right here. Not right here. It was on the other Twitter page, but let's just open it like this, or just zoom in a little bit. Maybe we can just open it up over here. It's probably going to be better, right? Yeah, there we go. So Speed Genesect Turbo list with Metal Saucers. Is that strong enough? I only see 3 Power Tablets. Very, very peculiar. We have the Mew to fetch out Pokemon. Echoing Horn. This list probably wants to be going after 2 prize Pokemon, right? And then Echoing Horn knocking them out again. Oh, not a big fan of that. I'm very strange. But these are League Cups, right? Very similar to League Cups. And then another top 4 list is going to be this one. The one with Urshifu. Urshifu combined with Arceus seems to be still doing well. Even though people are playing Manaphy to protect their bench. Of course, the GMAX Rapid Flow is just powerful. First of all, you lead off with Arceus, slapping some damage around. And then you can accelerate energies to your Pokemon. And then you can just go for GMAX Rapid Flow to end the game. There's Telescopic Sight in here as well. And there's the Chair and Scare. So basically Arceus takes a KO. And then you can put it back in the hand with Chair and Scare. And then go for GMAX Rapid Flow. That should be enough to win yourself the game. Definitely with the help of Tool Scrapper, knocking off Cape of Toughness and stuff. I like this list. It also runs a Bibarel engine to draw cards. And you can empty your hand with Ultra Ball and Quick Ball combined. So 3 Path to the Peak as well. Okay. There's still Lumineon and Crobat on top of the Bibarel engine, so yeah, just Urshifu with Arceus. And as we were going to be seeing in a lot of Japanese lists, Arceus will be good from Brilliant Stars. Get a couple of copies while they're fresh. So that was the top 4. We're not going to be taking a look at more decklists like top 8 because we don't actually need to, although this is a very interesting list with Galarian Moltres and Galarian Articuno. So, and the Hitmonchan, which is actually a counter against Galarian Weezing. I already talked about this Hitmonchan as well. Okay, pretty interesting. So we're not going to be going too in detail because there's only 30 people in here. So the top 4 is the decks we should be taking a look at. So Mew VMAX, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, and then Galarian Counter Box and a Speed Genesect of all things in that tournament. Very, very crazy. Okay, then we have the 3rd of February. There was Kanagawa, a tournament going around. How many people were there? 76. That is the equivalent of a huge League Cup. And look what won. It is Durant. Oh, whoa, wow. Durant is back in the format. I made a Durant list up on my channel as well. I'm definitely a fan of Hammer, Team Yell Grunt, Galarmine Boss Trapping. That seems to be like the trick now. They actually went for the Yveltal. I was doubting on adding Yveltal in my list. I didn't do it. But it makes sense. You can discard 3 special energies, which with the energy denial that it already has with Crushing Hammer, you're probably going to be having some good stuff. Echoing Horn also, let's say the opponent just says like, haha, I'm not going to be doing anything, not benching anything, no liabilities. Well, at one point, if you use the Durant to mill 4 cards, Durant mills 1 card for every Durant you have in play. At one point, there will be a Pokemon with a huge retreat cost, which you can use Echoing Horn on, Galarmine, and then Boss Trap it. Very, very nice. 2 Peonia. So that's a little bit harsh, but you probably don't want to be losing any matchup. So you just fetch the opponent of Snorlax, go for Peonia, find your Durant because you're never taking prize cards. So you want your Durant in your hand and Peonia makes that happen. There's also Gloria to fetch yourself 3 Durants instantly. And this list is also utilizing the Manaphy to protect the bench and Rescue Carry to get the Durant back. So I like the list. This is definitely something we should make when the set is out on TCG Online. If you're looking for TCG Online code cards, go check out PokemonStore.com. They will give 5% off when you utilize the Zapdos TCG coupon code. And they will have Brilliant Stars up on stock very shortly. So Durant winning a tournament, huge. Very, very huge. What is this? A lot of people answering on Twitter. The runner-up was Mew VMAX. And again, we do see the classic build. This is the build I'm very comfortable with for sure. You have, of course, more stadium cards. You have the Oricorio to protect yourself against specific numbers. 1 choice belt. I'm a big fan of playing 2 choice belts as well, but it is what it is. So I like this list. 1 double turbo energy seems to be the norm, so which I already predicted in my deck profile of the updated Mew VMAX Decklist. So runner-up Mew. Mew lost against, of course, Durant, which makes sense just because of the fact that you have Yveltal discard the special energies, and then you just need to have some Hammerheads and just overlap the training course with some Galarmines, and out of nowhere, Mew is going to be trapped. You can easily trap Genesects, just because his list is actually playing 3 Escape Robes instead of playing regular copies of Switch. Could be interesting. What else? 3rd placement for Sylveon. Sylveon and friends, Sylveon, Arceus, and Galarian Birds. Okay, what is very interesting about this is that Ditto is in here. Ditto V can transform into every basic V Pokemon you want. That is in the discard pile, right? So you can transform into Moltres for the Mew matchup. You can transform into Zapdos for Arceus VSTAR. You have Sylveon, you have Arceus, so many types. Also GMAX Rapid Flow. So Sylveon gets a huge buff, it seems, with the new set, because you have Arceus as a normal type, which is very good. And of course, counterbox decks are very, very nice. And you also have the double turbo energy, which provides the attack cost on Sylveon quite nicely on top of the Rapid Strike energy. So you of course use the energy switch, which you can fetch with Arceus VSTAR to switch an energy from a Dire Flame Wings Moltres all the way onto a Sylveon VMAX, and you can attack out of nowhere. Same story goes for the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, so a little bit of everything, right? Then, what else? Was there another list here? Nope. There was a Jolteon VMAX, but that's top 8. I'm not going to be taking a look at top 8, although this was a bigger event though, so we might as well take a look at a little tiny little bit. Yeah, that was actually a Jolteon list. Just vanilla Jolteon, as we've come to know. I think every Jolteon VMAX list has to be running stuff like the Vikavolt to comprehend some matchups, because otherwise you're going to be in a very difficult situation. So more deck lists, as you can see. Durant is one of my personal favorites here. We definitely should check that out. Then on the 5th of February, there was the Tokyo tournament happening, and this seems to be the meta share, the best 4 decks. Mew, Ice Rider saw a huge increase in play. There's also that Dhelmise VMAX list with Arceus. And then Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX still seems not that. Rayquaza also making a little bit of a resurgence. And if you take a look at this is with the best 4 decks, with 28 decks in total. And this is 7 tournaments and then 49 decks found. And Ice Rider, Mew, Malamar seems to be the top 3 at this point. Okay, there's so much to see here. Winner was the Mew VMAX. Did we check out that Mew VMAX list? It's just another Mew VMAX without OHKO this time. Was there anything else? Nah, just plain vanilla Mew. Of course, Rose Tower is also very good right now because you can use Ultra Ball to tin the hand and draw more cards. This is what I'm comfortably playing. Arceus VSTAR with Ice Rider. Very, very, very strong list. I'm also a big fan of the one of Raihan. Instead of playing 4 copies of Melanie, the Raihan can also allow you to attack with the Shortened Shield and Inteleon. And we have a mixture of stadium cards, Path to the Peak, Training Court to get energies back, and then the Collapse Stadium to discard Arceus VSTAR or Ice Rider VMAX to deny prizes. A very, very strong list. You should definitely check it out because the numbers do work out. Max Lance with Choice Belt is 280 with, of course, quick shooters. You can get VMAX KOs, which you don't always need to do. And then top 4 was Arceus VSTAR with something else. Yeah. Okay, this was with Dhelmise. Is Dhelmise any good? I don't know. We see here Dhelmise VMAX with Arceus. Seems like everything works with Arceus, right? We saw Ice Rider working it out, Rapid Strike Urshifu working it out, Dhelmise working it out. Everything works with Arceus. So the main point of the video is get yourself a 3-2-1 line of Arceus VSTAR and 4 double turbo energies, and you should be good to go. This list is also running Bibarel and Avery. Okay, Avery, of course, making the opponent discard a lot of cards from the bench. Sometimes that could be good because that means they have to discard some Subbles, which means less Inteleons. There's also a Judge in here. So 2 Marnies and 1 Judge. Why would you shuffle instead of putting it on the bottom of the deck? I probably don't know, but sometimes shuffle is better because sometimes people protect stuff with Switching Cups. Switching Cups seems to be completely a Western thing because Japanese players have not tested it out in Mew VMAX, it seems. Okay. And then Evil Arceus VSTAR. So Arceus with Dark. That is interesting. There was also Flygon with Arceus. We want to see that list, right? Arceus with Flygon and then the Duraludon stuff. Some people didn't show their lists. Okay, that makes sense. So the runner-up at another tournament was Malamar with Jump Lifts. Not a big fan of the Jump Lifts in general because Skiploom is probably better because you can fetch it with Lovable as well. So probably would cut the Jump List for Skiplooms if you're playing that mechanic because Turffield can get it out. What else can we see in this specific list? They're running the Brawly engine. And I've tested out both versions. Malamar with Chinchino, Malamar with Inteleon. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of Chinchinos. Let's say you have like 2 Chinchinos out and you play a Cynthia. Out of nowhere, you have 11 cards in hand because 8 cards, -1, draw 2 cards. You're all up the way to 9. -1 card, drawing more cards, and maybe scoop up. It's fantastic. I'm draw of the turn as well, so crazy things. Malamar is going to be good, which is nice. Some more Mew VMAX stuff. Okay. We're going to be checking out this one, February 6th. Some tournaments going around, and let's see here. There's a lot of things. Click here for the results of everyone. Okay. The winning deck was Arceus VSTAR, funny enough. Another list utilizing Arceus VSTAR. This time around, it is doing it all by itself. That's why the Share and Scare is in here, so you can denial prize trade, and this is just good, right? Arceus is good, just with Inteleon. Runner-up Malamar with Inteleon, so they're doing everything. This time around, this opponent, this player actually put in Skiplooms instead of Jumpless, which is good. But also is playing a one line of Chinchino. It does run a huge amount of rescue carriers, so that makes sense. Yeah, we should test it out. Top 4 Gengar is also here. Gengar VMAX straightly with Houndoom and Bibarel. We see a lot of Bibarels coming up, so if Bibarel is not a meme, get some Bibarels while they're fresh, and you're going to be utilizing them in a lot of competitive decks. Path to the Peak seems to be strong as well. And yeah, this runs all special energy, so the Path to the Peak is just to counter Duraludon, which also seems to be popping up here and there. There's a Leafeon. How many players were there? I really want to know. How many? 32 participants, not even taking a look at the top 8 here. Alright, another tournament happening with 28 players. What came out on top was Urshifu with Arceus. So don't throw away your Urshifu Rapid Strikes. Even though Manaphy's out, they don't always have Manaphy in their list. The runner-up was Arceus VSTAR with Ice Rider. They don't showcase a list, but it's okay. There's also a very funny list. Xerneas with Yveltal and stuff. I really want to check that out. It's like some sort of a meme deck, I would say. Look at this. What is this? So you play a high amount of Path to the Peak, you use the Xerneas to accelerate energies to your Yveltal, and then out of nowhere, you announce instant KO with Yveltal and take a lot of prize cards. You now have a lot of double energies to just utilize Xerneas. This is a crazy meme deck that we also need to check out. Okay. Top 4. Well, yeah, this was the Yveltal deck I was talking about. That actually got top 4, but there were only 28 players, right? So not too impactful, but now you can see it in a little bit more beautiful, detailed image. Yeah, what was in there? Snorlax as the engine, Manaphy to protect the bench, and then just straight Research Marnie Boss. Not doing too many fancy things. Lots of basic energies in here as well to just get them from the deck, I guess. Alright. Alright. Another Arceus VSTAR Chinchino stuff. I think we already talked about that. So let's just move forward. Torterra. You want to see a fancy Torterra list, right? He's got top 8 at 28 players, so not the best deck in the world. But if you want to take a glance at what a Torterra list looks like, there's 7 grass energies and 4 capture energies. You utilize the Shady Dealings to fetch whatever you want. Beedrill can get itself into play while drawing cards. You can fetch that out with the Turffield Stadium. There's Clara to get some Pokemon back, as well as energies. Bruno, very great card. And only one rare candy because the Grottles get themselves out. They have Sunshine Grace, if you remember. Get a grass energy, a grass Pokemon from the deck. Interesting lists. Probably not going to be too successful here over at the Western world, but people are testing out some really wacky stuff over in Japan. Then the Kangagawa again, February 10th. What can we see here? Mew VMAX. And people are using the weirdest V-Star counters. Some favorite cards. This is a Sun and Moon Lapras Jack. So Mew VMAX, Marnie, and Echoing Horn? What is that list? They didn't showcase the list, however. Or did they? Did they utilize... There's also a Duraludon list. I want to check this out. A Duraludon list. We have not seen a Duraludon in this video, so we need to check it out. Yo, Arceus with Duraludon. Very fancy alt art. Or character rares, I would say. This is something we checked out. This is running Hyper Potion, which helps out very well. You attach Twin Energy and you use Hyper Potion. I've talked about this with some friends as well. That double Turbo Energy and Hyper Potion is actually a very great combo in specific tanking decks. Okay, runner-up. Okay, here was the Duraludon deck that we talked about. So this was the runner-up list. It lost against a very funky Mew VMAX list with Marnie of all things. Then, of course, this list. Ice Rider, Calyrex VMAX with Arceus VSTAR. Yeah, as to be expected, there's one Leon in here, one Avery. I would cut the Avery instantly for a Melanie, because I think Melanie Max Lance is the best combo ever. And then Choice Belt gets it to 280, very, very strong on top of Quick Shooters. And then there's an evil, actually a dark Arceus VSTAR list with Galarian Moltres V, Zapdos V Galarian, which actually counters Arceus quite well, definitely with E-Switch combos. Slap it down, attach of the turn, Dire Flame Wings, E-Switch, and then you can knock out an Arceus, because Arceus most of the time accelerates energies to another V Pokemon on the bench. So Zapdos can just instantly KO that. which sees a lot of, it sees an uptick in play. So grab yourself some Galarian Zapdos, Bibarel Engines, and Arceus, and you should be alright for the next format. Yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some more insight on Japanese deck list. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. What do you think about the Durant list? What do you think about the Yveltal Xerneas list? Will you try any of these deck lists out? Let me know in the comments down below. The little summary is Ice Riders is going to be very good, Malamar is also going to be becoming better, and Arceus seems to be everywhere. Also go check out our sponsors, PokemonStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. Utilize the coupon code ZapDoseTCG for 5% off. And there's of course cardmarket.com, which gets you covered for European stuff. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Last but not least is your playmats to get your own custom playmat. They ship worldwide and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness, which is, by the way, going to be the pre-release on Sunday, and then there's a video as well. So lots of stuff coming up on the channel, so stick around. Peace.